Hello, Soul Path family. Once again, it's wonderful to connect with you. And if you happen to be new to my channel, hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome. I hope you find some insight, understanding for your path at this time. Tuning in with the guides and spirit this morning, the message I got was to focus on vibration and frequency. So many of you are making deep changes and have a lot of realizations, new directions and pathways are coming in for you. Many of you are opening up to more of your soul gifts and abilities. For some of you, there has been frustration due to delays or perhaps seemingly missteps. What Spirit wants you to know that you're opening now to a vibrational shift, to connect into not only a higher vibrational frequency of you and your life, but more into your soul signature frequency. So this means that there is a vibrational attunement, frequency adjustment, and of course when we talk of all of life, we talk of frequency. Vibration. How does that vibration take shape and form depends on us. So we're going to be looking at how to change, alter, refine your frequency for more abundance and prosperity, for more soul alignment, which means soul expression and experience. This means to attract, magnetize, call in, create more from the template and blueprint of your soul. The template is what you're currently focused on. The blueprint of your soul is your original design. It is your design. It is your matrix. It is the unique individual aspect of your being in physical form. So you're opening up to more abundance and prosperity. Now, I looked up abundance when I was working with the guides and the oversouls. They said there really is a difference. I said, okay, I think so. I remember abundance means abundance or having enough of everything. And abundance is love. It's enough self-nurturing. It's enough kindness. It's feeling good in your body. It's feeling good in your home, your house, wherever you live. It's really connecting into the universe to feel supported. Prosperity, very similar, but has to do with economic thriving. The economics of things, which taps into the current or currency of the universe. And we know currency is also a form of money, but money originates from the electrical, the exchange. And so when our currency is running optimally, we have prosperity, we have abundance. No matter what our circumstances, we can feel that abundance, we can feel that prosperity. So we're going to look at the frequency and how to adjust that for more abundance and prosperity. As always, you can go to the timestamps, or you can stay with me for the attunement meditation. I'll just go over each angel. This is a clear quartz for soul story number 1. This is a fluorite. Now it's actually a purple violet fluorite, but when you put it up to the light, it does have some blue in it also. So not quite rainbow, but I've tuned into the message of the blue as well as the violet. And if you chose soul story number 3, this is malachite. So soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. You can get a closer look at the cards. Now, what was very interesting when I went to shuffle, believe it or not, each of these cards, Ace of Cups for Soul Story number 1, Ace of Swords for Soul Story number 2, and Ace of Pentacles for Soul Story number 3, came out all in a row. It was not my choice to choose aces. I wanted to choose Major Arcana. But now what I'm hearing in the channeling is that it's because there's a gift and also new beginnings, a new level for you. So again, you can just pause the video, connect in to the timestamps that in the description box, and choose the card or cards that choose you. I find a lot of times when I do pick a card, sometimes it's a little of each soul story, but sometimes I get drawn to one soul story right away and then another one comes up, and I find that there are messages in both that I choose. All right, soul lights, if you are staying with me for this tune-in meditation, I invite you to connect into the bottom half of your body. Connect into the feet if you're standing or sitting. And envision the earth below you. Envision the root. Connect into the root chakra. And breathe up from the soles of the feet, the anchoring energy of the chakras at the soles of the feet. Draw up into the root chakra. Now the chakras at the soles of the feet connect us into the Earth Star chakra, or we could call it the root star. Connects you into the vibrational frequency of comfort, calm, connection to the earth plane, to feeling safe, to express on the earth plane. To feel centered and grounded to the earth, yet extended and expanded. So if you would, take an even deeper breath in. Pause at the top of the crown chakra, and then as you breathe out, slightly bear down, slightly nudging your breath down through the center of your body, down through the legs, down through the solar plexus, all the way down, deep into the Earth Star chakra. And then breathe there and feel a pulsing into the Earth Star chakra. The next breath, breathe all the way up past the crown chakra, about 1 foot to 2 feet, maybe even 3 feet. There's a natural pause point there, and open up to the soul star chakra. And pulse, breathing up from the soul star chakra down through the soles of your feet. Keep the body very relaxed. If you're sitting or standing, make sure the spinal column is relaxed, flexible, but erect. Let it be straight. You're sitting down, you can sit back, just adjust slightly on your sits bones, and feel the energy coursing through your body, that life force animating energy. Now, the next breath in, you're going to breathe up into the soul star chakra, pause, take a few breaths, and take another deep breath in above the soul star chakra, and feel your connection to the earth and the universe. You may bring your awareness another 6 to 8 feet above you to do this. Now this time, as you breathe out, bring your awareness 3 feet behind you, 3 feet behind your head. Breathe all the way out through the back of the body into the subtle energy behind you through the aura. Envision the breath going all the way behind you and up. It passes through the Earth Star chakra and comes now in front of you, all the way in front of you, and back up through the Soul Star chakra into the universal point, that portal of light, connecting you into healing light, source energies. And now bring your awareness into the heart-lung area of your body, connecting in through the heart chakra. If you haven't done so, you can choose the card or cards that most resonate for you, or maybe the clear quartz, the fluorite, or the malachite. Maybe one card or 2 cards or all of them. Trust your own divine guidance within for the message or messages that are right for you. Now let's get to the soul stories. Hello, soul story number 1. So you chose the clear quartz, which is an amplifying crystal. It's really good for anything. It's, in a sense, considered the master crystal. And part of that is because it connects us into the crystalline grid. There are fine grids within the crystal. It's amazing for centering and grounding, but also amplifying what you need, amplifying your energy. Also great for clarity or seeing things from a higher perspective. It can be very cleansing, clearing, but also nurturing. It gives you clear sight and foresight. It connects you into a deeper vision. The message I'm getting for you, just in the channeled portion, before we get to the cards, is that it is time to have a bigger vision and to anchor that vision and to look at what you need to do step by step. So now we're going to be looking at actually what raises your frequency, your vibrational frequency, and what adjusts your frequency more to the soul frequency. That is the more life-enhancing or more abundant aspect of you in your life. Because the universe, no matter what our circumstances are, the universe works on abundance. There's a frequency and flow of abundance. Okay, so let's see what the messages are for you. You've got the Ace of Cups, and I'm drawn to the heart, and I'm getting open to receive. I'm also getting a lot with you about focus or focusing, to focus on more on what you really want. Because what you want is very aligned to your soul. And so therefore, in your wanting, in your desire, I want this, I desire this, you're going to be activating more inspiration. And through that inspiration, you moved into inspired action. So right now for you, it's important to connect into what inspires you. That's going to make you feel better. And for some of you, it may be little by little or step by step, but as you connect in more to what inspires you, you're connecting a lot into the universal energy. I want to say many of you are star seeds or have a feeling of other planetary lives or understanding or awareness, or you connect very much into the stars. Could be astrology or astronomy. I do feel that many of you are what we may call an old soul. You've been here a lot, many times, or you have a great wisdom about you, and you could be a little weary right now. So Spirit is asking you to connect more into the vibration of receptivity, receiving from others, receiving from the universe, receiving from the earth, even going in nature and breathing in deeply, doing deep breath work. Oh, if you could be around trees, any kind of trees, especially redwood or any place where there's a lot of nature or an expanse. If you don't have that, or you're in a city, Spirit is saying to get you a plant. Pothos, I'm seeing that type of plant. I'm seeing a plant that has a lot of greenery. Now pothos it's green, but has a little bit of yellow. Ferns would be good also for you. So you're to connect in more to the nurturing, healing energy of nature, of the earth, of sustainability, of opening up to what will sustain you. So there will be something that does connect you to your heart chakra more, that animates your heart chakra. So there is something coming in. Could be a person, I'm hearing also, that gets you feeling better about yourself, or feeling like you're more included in this great awakening, joining with others. This could be some type of event, some kind of group. You are opening up to receive more and to have more conscious relationships and connecting more with like-minded individuals. That's also going to shift your frequency. So you are in a time of shifting frequency, is what I'm hearing, to a higher resonance, or more resonance, a higher vibrational frequency, less dissonance, more harmony, but also people that challenge you in a way that get you to see differently, or see more clearly, or see your gifts, or use your gifts more clearly. And I'm noting here there is something with speaking, working with sound, tone, and speaking. Helps your vibration. For you, Spirit is saying, even saying your name, singing your name, whistling, anything that connects you more into the fifth chakra is what I'm hearing. Okay, well, there may be more on that, we'll see, but you've got the Ace of Cups here. And then the message I go in and focus on what I want to create. When a worry thought arises, use it as a signal to go within and focus on the new reality you're creating for yourself. Yes, just as I said, the frequency shift. Reclaim your personal power by releasing the worry thought and replacing it with a positive affirmation. You create your circumstances by the thoughts you repeatedly think. Now that's the key, repeatedly. And that's over and over, usually by years, But I would say also we co-create it. There's some things that we are meant to go through. But this is why I feel you chose the quartz, is because this is about focusing, as I said earlier in the channeling, basically on more of what you want. Focusing more on what inspires you. So yes, you may be going through a rough patch, but you know that already. So you could journal about it, whatever you need to do emotionally, even if you cry or you talk to someone, or even if you're feeling a little down or depressed, or, allow yourself that, but then focus on what it is you want to do or what inspires you. Focus on people, situations, video, books, movies, films that inspire you, places that inspire you. That, and this, I feel, that does shift your vibrational frequency. So you go within and you focus on what you want. So your frequency shift, how to shift your frequency more for abundance and prosperity, is to focus more on what inspires you and focus more on what you want. So it's just a small shift for you, soul story number one. It's to find a way, or find, as I call them, positive triggers that trigger you out of worry and doubt or pessimism, or not thinking you're going to be able to do something, or something's not going to happen for you. Okay, so that quartz is going to help you do that. It's clear vision, clear seeing, so that you're seeing beyond. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Cups. So you're going to feel better. When you feel better, that raises your vibration, your frequency. There's a shift in frequency. You're at a different frequency. Every situation, every person, everything, every astrological sign, every number, you know, and I look at astrology as a language, or numerology as a language, or if we're interpreting dreams, that's a language. Everything has its lower, mid, and higher octave, or lower, mid, or higher vibrational output, or outpicturing. So when you literally focus on, for you, on what's working, what you have, and what inspires you. Now notice I'm saying focus on. That doesn't mean you don't process, or if you're feeling sad or upset, that you just don't allow that. You do, but that's not where you keep your focus. So the message is, I feel, is very clear for you. Okay, let's see what else we got. That was at the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to just do 3 shuffles here. And I feel as you are focusing on more of what inspires you, people, places, situations, focusing on more of what you want to do, what you want to create, then you are going to start attracting different people. Now, some of you may have already. I am seeing some kinds of gatherings or groups. Okay, we've got one more. That's going to help you clearly see what it is you really want and how you want to live. I think what I get intuitively, what I'm being shown is that a lot of you are changing your focus. That's what Spirit's saying. Yes, you're on the right track. That's what Spirit's saying. You're on the right track. You're changing your focus. You're changing your focus more to what you want to create, what you want to live, what you want to do. Okay, there we go. 8 of Pentacles, work in progress. Virgo energy. Any of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but working on yourself or working on your projects, or life is a work in progress. So you are starting to be more process oriented. Let's put these here. And then you've got 2 of Swords. Yeah, see, focus. 2 of Swords is a lot about focus. It's also about connecting into our spirit, our spirituality. It's about bringing calm to our decisions. It's meditation. So a lot of time, you see right here, there's 3 little sticks in her. So a lot of times the mind has this in duality. Yes, no, this is back and forth. But when we meditate, we connect into that oneness. So that's greatly going to help you, especially with any decisions that are coming up for you, is really to connect in. And I'm also hearing to share with you that a part of your abundance is connecting into the universe, Source, God, the all that is, communing with the divine, communing with your higher self. You know, and I also get with you is being in nature by these mountains, or whether it's more spacious, finding places where there's more space to play, to relax. So look at this polarity here. We've got work, maybe loving more of what you're doing, just doing the work for the work's sake, and then relaxation. So what's going to shift your frequency too is not being stuck in this polarity or not being stuck in this polarity. There's a balancing there. And look, what's in the center of the balancing is the Ace of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. It's clarifying that. 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, right under the Ace of Cups. And then you've got the 10 of Swords under the 2 of Swords. Now that's really interesting because, and by the way, you saw how much I shuffled this deck while I was tuning in and talking with you, but I'd shuffle in between. So this is very symbolic for you. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, you've got the 7 of Pentacles, you've got the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. So we've got the material plane here, right? The physical plane, the material plane, the outpicturing of manifestation. We've got the emotional energy here, the emotions, sensing, feeling. And then we've got the mental realm, the mind, lower mind, higher mind, beta consciousness, alpha theta awareness. Alpha theta through meditation, getting into that quantum energy or aspect of you. But what I do feel for you is that how to shift and what shifts your frequency is the pauses in between. So if you're doing too much or overdoing or overworking, it's actually depleting your energy, and it is lowering your frequency, your vibrational frequency. It's lowering your life force animating energy, your prana, your chi, your spirit. So when your spiritual energy, when your spirit is lower, right, the frequency goes down. Think of people when they're recovering from an illness, or people that are crossing over, right? Well, the frequency changes, but the frequency within the body and focus on manifestation. Now, you may be more on the spirit realm, especially when people are crossing over. So you could have a higher vibrational frequency, but it's in spirit. So you want to manifest on the physical plane. So that's why it's saying don't be stuck here, don't check out. I mean, meditation is amazing. Focus on spirit, your spirituality. Right now with Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces, there is this idea of wanting to check out, which is great, but then we've got to bring it back into manifesting, the manifested form back into the earth plane. So you are going to also be, again, being around more people that you like, you get, you understand you. There's definitely some emotionally rewarding or fulfilling situations coming up for you very, very soon. And you are building something, so there has to be pauses. There has to be time to reassess or do something else. And I would say you are at the end of this cycle. That's what I feel, because I think I said earlier, Spirit was coming through, something about you actually are focusing on more and more of what it is that you want to do. So you are in this frequency shift already. Okay, so this is just to confirm that and to help you to focus on what, again, receiving. 9 of Cups is taking care of yourself. It's support. It's also focusing on abundance. So again, not to overwork, and this 8 of Pentacles has there's Saturn energy there. It's like you might be hemmed into certain work and certain focus, but it is paying off, and you're moving in this new level of awareness and understanding. Okay, I don't know why I'm feeling this deck right now, the Osho deck, Rainbow Zen. And some of you I heard, I have toddlers or children, or I don't have the time. Yeah, look at the bottom, exhaustion. So you've got to take a break. Your frequency, believe it or not, will raise when you take that break. Okay, overdoing and struggling is not going to help. Okay, some of you, there's some sorrow and clinging to the past. But what's helping you is awareness. The Chariot, connecting into the higher self. So you are coming into more of a time of deeper understanding about what you need, and I feel like you're going to be using your energy differently, and that's going to open you up to more abundance and prosperity. And look at that, tuning in. So meditate, dream, daydream, take a nap, meditate, turn within. 4 of Swords here. So there's a confirmation here with the 2 of Swords, this turning within, this tuning within. I'm hearing, let Spirit help you, let your guides help you, hand it over to your higher self. You don't have to do everything on your own. You don't have to push. Your higher self wants to move you out of struggle and strife. So for you, resting helps your vibrational frequency raise. What opens you up more to abundance is being open to receive. And I do feel that there is something that has to do with abundance or prosperity for you that is coming through. For many of you, it's going to be more people around you, support. Obviously, with the 9 of chalices or 9 of cups here, there is a wish fulfilled. And for some of you, it definitely has to do with relationship or more fulfilling work or just feeling better in your life, in your body, in your circumstances. But I also feel for you that it has to do with community around you, a job that's more reflective of your path and purpose. Some of you, this could be a new career change. Something is over in the way that you work or the people that you're around. Oh, you've got the Star card. Healing, recovery, renew. It also has to do with work in the psychic realm. So many of you could be spiritual entrepreneurs or soul entrepreneurs or have a spiritually based business or applying spiritual principles to your business. You could be having a YouTube channel or do psychic readings, or if you're, whatever work you're doing, whatever kind of position in life for your work, what we call work purpose, it does have a spiritual aspect or element to it. Don't care if you're a dentist or a doctor or whatever, there's a spiritual aspect. And then we've got the whip. So something is whipping you into shape and moving you on. So if you've been feeling a bit in the doldrums, or there is something that's just as I said, moving on, the ship. This is moving on. This is moving forward. So you might have been a little bit more kind of spacey or not knowing which direction to go in, but you are moving forward. Some of you, part of your abundance is travel. Many, the travel abroad or travel overseas. The abundance brings movement. So you're definitely moving into this phase of abundance. Love it. All right, we're going to get a couple more messages, and I will do my runes. I've almost got my runes. Look at the Soul Purpose Oracle card. Wow, look at this. You intuitively connect with and retrieve information from crystals. And that clear quartz crystal, clear quartz is, again, about receiving messages, connecting into the crystalline grid to receive information, receive the messages for yourself and others. So you could also channel. It's interesting because I was able to see, I was with a small group of intuitives, psychics, healers. I think there was 5 of us years ago, and got to spend time with the crystal skull, one of the well-known ones. One of the ones, I've seen one also in British Museum, but the one that I got to spend time with, this was in Chicago, was amazing. It's the best one that's out there. There's 9 main ones. I know there's now a lot of, I don't know what you want to call it, if I want to say imitations, but there's a lot of other ones that have been made or fashioned. But this one was from an archaeologist. Well, the woman that has it, her father was an archaeologist in the 30s and had found it. It's the Mayan crystal. So I don't know why I shared that with you, but there could be the crystal activation happening for you where you're aligning more to the crystalline grid and getting your own soul messages. So this would tell me that it's time for you to go within, trust your intuition or the guides you're working with or your higher self, or you could be connecting into source energies to get your information. Work with crystal quartz. Because I feel like you even just focusing or meditating on the crystal quartz, you will get a lot of answers and direction. Yeah, let's look at, okay, let's see, any energy to so for the vibrational shift, the frequency shift to a more abundance and prosperity, and for you it's to the 8th house. Yeah, you're definitely part of working with the occult. So channeling, tuning in, automatic writing, this area, you're releasing a lot to open up to more soul connection. The 8th house to me is the soul. It connects us definitely to the depth of the soul, It's ruled by Pluto. Pluto has a lot to do with the soul and the soul's path. Scorpio, scorpionic energy. So you could be Scorpio. I'm getting that. Look at that with the rebirth, with the butterfly here. So a lot is changing for you, soul story number 1. You've got a lot of deep change coming up for you, or you're in the process of it, and it could be a little bit exhausting, yes. Okay, I'm trying to get these readings a little shorter, but I do want to pick, I get activation with you. There's something activating, and it's activating your heart chakra, either a person, a new experience in life. You could be opening up more to universal source energies, which is open you, the alchemy cards, which could be, which I believe is by Kim Carnes. Yes, what I'm seeing, I'm being shown activation, heart center activation, more heart-connected energy for yourself, self-love, kindness, appreciation, drawing other people that really see you and get you. There's a lot of acknowledgement for you and for what you do. I am also getting that this is activating a metaphysical principle of as above is so below, connecting in with heart energy. Through the heart, you connect into the universe, universal energy. You connect into the galactic source energies, connecting into the crystalline grid, and through the crystalline grid, you connect into the subtle energy matrix. So you're connecting into the divine matrix of you, which is the Mother, Father, God, the all that is, the divine masculine, feminine. You are connecting into the electromagnetic grid of life itself, the life pulse. So this is a big shift in how you live, what you want, and what you expect in life. So what supports this, again, is that balance, opening more to receive, having that divine connection with yourself, that divine appointment. Wow, and you're doing the great work. Now, the great work is the work on ourselves to connect more into the soul. It is the work of passion, purpose, of the mental realm. Okay, so we've got the speaking the truth and living the truth through connecting through spirit. So we've got body, mind, spirit connection here, the magnum opus, the great work. This is the alchemical work of shifting your reality, which helps to shift the reality of Earth, of the world. So a lot of you major healers, light workers, shifting, creating through that vibrational shift. What do you need to know? To trust your path and purpose. You're on a new level, a new direction. Things may be at a little bit of a standstill right now or holding pattern, but it's for you to get clearer vision or clarity on your vision or next steps on your vision. Remember, you've got this clear quartz here, this angel that's helping you, working with the archangels, the guides, and what this brings in, Bjork, birth, growth, breakthrough, and Zeus. What does it bring? Passing a test, a passage, a new level, connecting into a new frequency that is more soul resonating is what I'm hearing. What this brings you is attunement within and more people and situations that you're attuned to. Lots to do, communication. Many of you may work in communication. Communicate, open up. All right, Radiant Soul Light, I hope this brought some insight and understanding for you. Let me tune in for your Soul Insights mantra to support you on this part of your path with this focus. Ooh, whoo, snap. As I go in and focus on what I want to create, I align to and attract what I want to create. So very much for you about alignment and focus and having this balance. If you listen to this reading and really if you resonate with it and connect in, this will shift your vibrational frequency to abundance and prosperity, or more abundance and prosperity. All right, I'd love to hear from you in the comments how this resonated with you, or any other interpretations you may have on this reading or any of the other readings, or how you are accessing this energy. Lots of love and light. Hello, Soul Light. This is Soul Story number 2. If you chose the fluorite, beautiful fluorite, I love the energy of this archangel that's really guiding and talking to me to share with you about your creativity, self-expression. This is a lot about creating and creativity. I feel you, my soul, are changing. You, my soul, are freeing up. You've got the Ace of Swords, which has that very powerful fractal, right? The Nautilus energy, which is a universal form or earth form that creation stems out of. It even reflects our ear. You know, it's interesting because our ear is a fractal, right? And that connects us into that 5th chakra. And look at her neck. So there's something for you of getting into the higher vibrational frequency of understanding. You see all these glyphs of metaphysics, spirituality, maybe law of attraction you could be using. You know, maybe you've read the Kabbalion, or you're into metaphysical principles and applying those. And I do feel like you're going to be connecting into a deeper understanding of yourself and some kind of great idea, or an idea that puts you in a new pathway. Now, some of you, this could be something that you make or you create. Your ideas, when you really focus on ideas, and I mean maybe by meditation or flashes of insight, when you really trust yourself, you have great ideas, you have great insight, you have great knowledge. Many of you are great speakers or orators or communicators, or some of you I'm hearing teachers. You're able to distill information, perhaps more advanced information or complicated situations, complex information, to make it more simple. Now, Spirit is also telling me, tell them to simplify. Simplify. So you are shifting your mindset. So what is going to shift your frequency into more abundance and prosperity is working with your beliefs, working with your patterns of thought, patterns of speech, clearing, moving past, lessening to eliminating conditioned response patterns. So if you're doing that now, great. If you want some extra support on that, on my website, soulplayground.life, you can copy and paste projection perception and 5-step emotional clearing process. It's in the Soul Path tools, or you can get a download, a 5-step emotional clearing process, transforming fear into creativity, or understanding the universal laws and activating the law of magnetic attraction. You need to work with your words, your mind, your thoughts right now, your beliefs. Because how you're structuring your world needs to change, and or for some of you is changing. So we're going to put that there. So you're doing a lot on the mental realm at this moment. And then the card you chose is there is good in everything that happens to me from now on. See, so you're changing your perception, you're changing your thoughts about what's happened or is happening to you. When you choose to believe that everything always works out for the best, you will turn adversity into opportunity. If you concentrate on the hidden good, Ace of Swords is about focus and concentration. So if you concentrate on the hidden good in tough situations, you will move through them quickly and receive unexpected blessings. Powerful. I think you're going, whatever you're watching this video, I would say a matter of about a month to sometime in the winter months, there's big changes for you coming in. Perhaps even a new direction. Now, this fluorite has a lot to do with creativity, connecting to the higher mind through that violet purple energy. Also it activates the crown chakra, that spiritual center, and also the 5th chakra. I feel like there's something else that I need to say about fluorite for you. Besides its creativity, yes, it is creative. It helps to clear negativity also. I love this book, The Crystal Bible. Let's just take a little peeky, shall we? Because I feel there's another message, and I'm actually just going to open the book. I'm not going to read it all, but I want to see, okay, what comes through. Oh, this, you see where my finger is? Psychologically, fluorite dissolves fixed patterns of behavior and gently opens the door to the subconscious, bringing suppressed feelings to the surface for resolution. It increases self-confidence and dexterity. It also improves physical mental coordination and counteracts mental disorders, dissolving fixed ideas. It helps to move beyond narrow-mindedness to the bigger picture, which is what I was saying in the channeled portion. So that's why Spirit said, get the book. Okay, so that's moving past conditioned response patterns. That's going to raise your vibrational frequency. That's going to shift your frequency into prosperity and abundance. Wow. All you just work on your mindset, focus on your mindset, changing your thoughts. Get yourself a fluoride if you don't have that, and just really consciously just shift when you go into doubt or fear, or have oh, this can't happen, or I don't have enough, or I don't know enough, or I haven't studied enough, or I'm not old enough, I'm not young enough, I'm not, whatever it is, or this happened to me, how can I get out of this? You're shifting fixed ideas, limiting thought patterns. So you're working very much on the mental realm. And as you do that, that deeper healing and bringing up the subconscious, because we create a lot through our subconscious. So as you come into conscious awareness of what's in the subconscious patterning, then that is going to cause amazing healing and up-leveling, which will change your frequency. So this is all about changing the frequency into more of a frequency of abundance and prosperity. I'm hearing one more card. We'll bring the information. Here we go. At the top, 10 of Pentacles. So the upside of the 10 of Pentacles is that there is abundance around you. You may not see it, or there is abundance coming in, but it's also showing me that you're shifting from family dynamics or family of origin, or maybe generational or ancestral patterning or beliefs or thoughts, or from your culture or your cultura, maybe even societal. So there's a lot with shifting what has been passed on or passed down. Okay, that's the next card is the 7 of Cups. So a lot of you are wondering, can I really do this, or can this really happen? So there could be also a lot on your plate, or a lot that you're looking at right now. I feel for you, though, a new direction is coming, and then the 8 of Swords. So some of you have a lot of options, or a lot on your plate, or a lot that you're doing, and it stops you from moving forward on your ideas or what it is. So we're going to look at how to, let's see what Spirit says to shift that. No, because it's, well, for one of it, writing it down, and deciding I will get to this or some version of this. Six of Swords, clearing the mind. Movement is going to help you get out of your mind. So a lot of you get stuck in your mind or get a stuck mindset. So what's going to help you is movement. Now obviously being in nature, walking, but movement, any kind of movement, swaying, circular movement, standing hip width apart and doing figure eights, swirling, dancing, any kind of movement is going to get you out of being stuck in your head. So movement is, yeah, there we go. We've got the Four of Wands. And new ideas, new direction comes in. So you literally clear the air through movement. Now some of you, this could even be driving and listening to music. I'm going to put this underneath. Oh no, they're telling me movement brings you into a new state of being. See, we have all that we need inside of us. So when we're talking about shifting vibrational frequencies, right, or opening up more to abundance or prosperity, since that is our true state, our true nature, we have what it is within us to do that. So, and sometimes people say, well, what about people that, you know, live in more undeveloped countries, or there's a lot of famine or poverty? What I can share from my understanding, my training, my knowledge, my work with the oversouls and spiritual hierarchy, and working specifically on a soul level for many, many, many years, the soul chooses things. It's on an ego level or human level. Yeah, we prefer comfort. We prefer more money. We prefer this. We prefer that. This is why it's really important to understand your soul and why you've incarnated in a certain particular situation. And it's not punishment, like last lifetime I was so wealthy and this lifetime I don't have a lot of money. Whatever your circumstances are, there can be a way to connect into some level of abundance and or prosperity. Believe me, I saw it when I visited India for a while. Stayed in an ashram there, Siddha Yoga, and I traveled around, and there were some people on the street kids that lived very abundantly. Yes, they were on that, living in the street, and you might say, okay, well, they have this hut or this little paper shack that they've made. But some of them had so much joy, so much connection. I mean, so amazing. I'm thinking of one little boy with his dog, and he was very intuitive also. So I just want to kind of put a disclaimer out there, you know, that when we're looking at the soul, that's your soul, my soul, our soul, the oversoul picks certain situations, and we can't always understand from an ego level. What I do see by your reading is that you're moving out of some kind of limited mindset. And what helps you do that, what helps you get into the higher vibrational frequency of you, experience, expression of you, version of you in your life, is some form of movement. Otherwise, you will tend to stagnate, and that's what's happening here, or you'll get overwhelmed. So I even feel for you, if you're making a decision just to move around or move someplace else, gives you, I don't know, just clears your mind. It gives you hope also is what I'm hearing. Let's see, anything else you want to look at? Wow, Two of Cups here. These two came out first, so let's look. Letting go. So you've got the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So you're in a process. A lot of you letting go of the past, especially with the Six of Swords there. You're letting go of disappointments or visions from the past that didn't work, or you're letting go of how to have to make something a certain way. And again, that has to do with beliefs or ideas. Fixed ideas. You're moving out of a fixed mindset. So I want to say part of your letting go is finding your own flow. And again, that's going to be through some level of movement, whatever that is for you, whatever that movement or how you move is up for you. It brings a lot of growth. Also brings a purifying energy when you move, when you allow the movement. Compromise. Six of Pentacles. So to me, this is integrating two aspects of you, two parts of your being that may want two different things or two different ways of expressing. Like an example would be the part of you that just likes to be at home or just cook or be by yourself or be with a loved one at home, and and then there's a part that wants to be out and about, or the part that's very spiritual connect, and then the part that's into the materialism or material game. So you have this balancing point. This also tells me that compromising with other people, but not doing it in the sense where you're compromising your values. So again, Six of Pentacles also has a lot to do with reciprocity, or again, moving out of a mindset of not having enough or not getting enough or not receiving enough. Okay, because Six of Pentacles, it is very much, I feel for a lot of you though, you give or you do, and then there's an expectation of what am I going to receive back? Or I did this, or I'm doing this job and then I get money back. So I do feel like you're moving into more of a space of connecting emotionally with yourself and with others. Even maybe at work, what's the emotional fulfillment? That's another thing that's going to help you get into the higher vibrational frequency of you. Sorry, I'm looking at the camera here. Is the emotional fulfillment. So not only don't always focus on the financial fulfillment or the money in a situation or job or career, but what is the emotional fulfillment? And this is also opening up to more emotional fulfillment in your life. Now, doing that brings you into a level of cooperation within yourself, within the universe, within other people. So I feel like what you're going to be attracting more is support. Maybe you had this idea that you had to do it all on your own, or I'm going to say that in the past, yes, people were not always there for you, or you didn't get the most consistent support or help, whether it's in family or significant others or friends or even a job or work or career. But that's changing. So as you're shifting, you're changing your vibrational frequency, right? Your frequency is up-leveling to one of cooperation, connection first, connection, feeling connected inside to yourself, to the earth, to the universe, to other people. And in this connection, you open up to cooperation. So you're getting the message from Spirit to expect cooperation in this next level, in this next phase for you. Expect cooperation. Let's put this here. So you're letting go. I guess I'll leave it there. Yeah, you're letting go. Movement helps you move the energy. It helps you let go of what was holding you back. Now let's look at the energy to connect with. Area of life or energy. We got the energy. Oh, 8th house. Okay, that's interesting. Soul story number 1 got this. So this is deep emotional work. Maybe you need to do that, or you've been doing that, and I'm just now noticing the archangels guiding you and having support. So you're in this major transformation and transition in your life where you are connecting more to the higher self. You are more look at this. You have the Mars and Venus energy, the electrical and the magnetic. So you are getting a vibrational shift also. You're getting an energetic shift. Literally, there is a decoding and encoding taking place. So I feel like there's new gifts coming in for you that is going to help you in your abundance and prosperity, or new way of using your gifts or your spirituality. This is also about opening up to others, supporting or helping you. So there could be income or something coming from an external source, something, another person or another company. This could mean also, I feel, debts paid off is what I'm hearing. Becoming debt-free. So really paying down the bills. There could be increase financially coming through someone else. It's could be a loan. It could be a I'm hearing franchise, something about a franchise, or buying something, or you're investing in something, the investment pays off. I am hearing this could be like a grant, crowdfunding, some kind of new source of income is coming in for you. Now, some of you, this could be that you're increasing your income. Let's look at the energies that help you in this shift. Uranus, unexpected income. So this is your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and your awakening. So you are in a next level or next phase of awakening. Now, what I also hear is this about focusing more on your uniqueness. So maybe in the past, and maybe it's through your societal programming, family programming, cultural programming, cultura, generational, or that you might have conformed a lot, and you're breaking free of that and connecting in more to the uniqueness of you, more of the soul of you, more of what you uniquely want to do. You know, it's interesting. The other day on Instagram, I put a post, actually also on Facebook, but create your own path. And there was this amazing stairs out in the middle of the Nature Conservancy in Joshua Tree. And I feel like you're carving your own path at this stage. And you're getting the ideas, the direction, the insight. I think you have inspiration, but you're getting the insight as where to go and what to do and how to do it. So you could connect also to Aquarian energy or Aquarian type people or situations or focuses. You could be Aquarius yourself. I do feel that Aquarian energy is very powerful for you, or anything that has to do with the 11th house, also 8th house here. So you're freeing up, definitely. And I do feel for you, one of your ideas, some aha, or some shift in the way you do things is going to bring you another revenue stream. So that is going to be opening. So be open to new ideas, whether from other people or yourself. That new ideas, you thrive on new ideas. If you allow yourself to have individual, unique, different, new ideas, a new approach to how you work or what you do, it's going to bring you some kind of increase, I feel, financially. It's going to align you to the frequency of abundance and prosperity. And both of these cards, the 8th house and Uranus, have a lot to do with universal energy. It has a lot to do with psychic energy, spiritual energy. So for you, even connecting to that aspect of you, or using that in whatever that you do. Dreamer, dreams of prophecy and history. Wow. You're a sacred dreamer. You're dreaming the new into existence. So many of you could be prophets or do psychic readings, or very highly intuitive, or empaths, or channels, or you may be getting dreamed. Now, you've got the Ace of Swords here twice, okay? Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords. This could be higher dimensional dreams. Now, it could be lucid dreaming, it could be in the dream state, it could be daydreaming, but I feel it's dreams of prophecy and history. I feel like you have the ability to tap in to what is the zeitgeist, what's going on now, and what new direction, you know, like it's forethought, it's insight. Like, where will things be in a year or 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? So you could be tapping in also into the Akashic history, the Akashic records. So allow yourself to spend time in dream or daydreaming. Maybe keep a dream journal, drink a little bit of water before you go to sleep. You know, program your dreams, ask for a message, you know, ask for clarification or a message before, or an answer to something, and then fall asleep. You know, keep a pad of paper, pen and paper, or something next to you. I do get with some of you too that drawing, painting, or even doing coloring books mandala coloring books would help you. Okay, so that's very interesting, the dreams of prophecy and history, and there is something about movement for you. Any kind of movement moves the energy of you and moves your mind. Move into a different state of mind, a different state of being. Now let's look at the alchemy cards. Oh, I don't believe this. I shuffled. There's something for you also with soul story number 1, if you feel called to that. Many of you may have wanted to choose soul story number 1, or maybe you said, oh, mine is soul story number 1 and number 2. You've got the great work, the magnum opus. This is the body, the material plane, the mental realm, the spirit, body, mind, spirit, inspiration, passion, purpose, kundalini energy, mental energy and focus. You can see here the yellow here, the light coming in. And then spirit, connecting into spirit, the spirit realm. So a lot of you are doing a lot of deep work on yourself, not just for yourself though. We all have to remember that when we're doing healing work, clearing work, emotional repatterning, resonance repatterning, therapy, counseling, spiritual life coaching, spiritual counseling, when we're receiving that, when we're doing it on our own, we're not just doing it for ourselves or those around us, those that come after us. It's the great work. It's the work of the soul. It is the great work, is the transmutation, the shifting of energy, the re-alchemizing, the alchemization, the harmonization, the releasing of overstimulation, the releasing of too much dissonance. That's the lead into gold, right? The impurities. So a lot of you could be detoxing or cleansing or clearing something, letting go. Again, could be foods, that could be different ideas, that could definitely mindset or things that trigger you. You're learning how to handle this, but we don't just come here, especially those of you that are light workers, which I feel like this group, there's a lot of light workers here. Maybe even spiritual coaches or people that help others, or those of you that are working in companies or corporations. You're aware, or you need to become more aware how much you help. Light workers are in all shapes, sizes, forms, but all parts of life. Same as starseeds. So you will blossom and bloom in these areas, out of what held you back, out of the dark, out of the shadows. You're bringing the shadow material up to create with. So you're in a process of transmutation that brings in the transformation. So some of you could even be alchemists or work with energy of some way. Even some of you are working with energy on a body level, maybe nutrition or what am I seeing? Nutrition, it's showing. Obviously Reiki, pranic healing. I'm getting a lot with nutrition, acupuncture, herbs, supplements. Some of you cooking. There's a lot of healing in the cooking. Some of you, it could be massage. So this is a very potent time for you at this time. Let's see the runes. Messages from the runes. Fave. I got some beautiful runes from a subscriber that I love as well. I've been using personally because they're harder to see on the camera. But okay, let's see. What have we got here? Oh, Ken. So you've been more, it's reverse. Cano or Ken. So there's been something that closed off or is over. This is saying you need to move on, you are moving on from something, someone, some situation. What we've got, EWAS, or your YR. Yew tree. bouncing back, life bounces back, recovery. This is also, though, because Odin went to the yew tree to get knowledge and insight. So again, pulling yourself out to go within or get that insight or that idea, or doing some kind of movement. Reminds me of like the maypole, doing some kind of movement. Now let's see what opens up. Pertho, new level. Taking a chance or risk on yourself, on your new ideas, on your new direction, on your insights. You're going to be making a decided change, a decision to, I'm going this way. Let's see if there's any other. Pertho is you're on your path to destiny. And there has to do something with Manaz, people. I feel like through this shift, this mental shift that's taking place, you move into the frequency of abundance and prosperity, and you start attracting different people. And I do feel it's going to connect you with Pertho. It's going to attract you with people that are part of your soul tribe, soul community, soul mates. These are destiny. You're moving more into synchronistic timing, less into linear time, and less Saturnian learning lessons holding you back. And this means moving into more of your destiny playing out. So if you feel like your destiny hasn't been playing out, or you've been kind of stuck or stagnant, that's about to change. Let's see. So many of you are about to, if you do this, the movement, get out of the head, work with the subconscious, let the subconscious patterning come up. If it suits you, keep it, the pattern. If it doesn't, bring in new things. Now, it's easy, but in a way it can be difficult to do, because when we're clearing patterns, we have to try to make a different decision. We have to say, oh, I normally do this, but now let me try this. We have to pause and stop ourselves, right? It's like someone wanting to shift their body, and let's say and the shifting is, I want to wear certain clothes, or my preferred version of me is this certain weight. And then let's say it's a stressful week, and it's like, well, normally I eat 5 chocolate cakes. It's like, okay, oh, well, I was so stressed, I ate 5 chocolate cakes. Okay, you could do that, or you can go, okay, normally I eat 5 chocolate cakes, but this time I'm going to move. I'm going to have half a cake, or I'm going to have 1 cake, and I'm going to move. Or I'm going to move first. I'm going to do some movement first, and then see what I really need. That's the way for you to do it, is to move first, and then see what it is you really want. We've got the man here. This could be you or someone coming in, or this is your masculine energy and heart. So about fulfillment. Oh, and then sunflowers. Things picking up, brightness. This is abundance. To me, this card reminds me of abundance. So whether male or female, there could be a man coming in your life that's very supportive, that you have a strong connection with, a kinship. And it could be, for some of you, it could be more, because I've got the fox here, it could have to do with work. Since this is a work relationship, this could be you being more in the public or doing more of what you want. Some of you, this could be somebody hiring you to do something. And it brings in abundance. And this is also the key. This brings in abundance, prosperity, more business opportunities. So you're just getting out of that limited mindset through movement, and get the body moving, I'm also being shown that this means there's going to be more movement. There's going to be much more happening in your life. All right, Soul Light, let's connect into your Soul Insights mantra for this reading to support this part of your path. Wow, you're really working on limiting beliefs. So for your frequency shift to connect into the frequency of abundance and prosperity, you have to get out of your mind the doubt, the worry, why things happen. Yes, I know, I feel for some of you there's been some trauma, there's been some things that have been really challenging, difficult, hardship, bad, traumatizing. It's dealing with all that. It's the healing of that and the nurturing and holding yourself through that, or letting someone hold you, and just, but then shifting your focus onto inspiration, what's working, the higher ideal. That maybe this happened in the past to me, but that doesn't have to be my present, or if it's happening in the present, that doesn't have to be my future. And use your ideas to move forward. So your Soul Insights mantra is, as I move forward with grace and ease. I am guided to where I want to be. Much peace and light. Hello, this is Soul Story number 3. I'm hearing you are on your divine destiny, and I am being shown a long, long, long pathway. Been a long journey. You chose Malachite. The Archangel Malachite is here to help you with your changes and help you to soften some of the ups and downs, to even things out. Now, Malachite can bring quick, sudden change. We may term positive or negative, but it brings change that brings more alignment and more attunement even to the heart and the soul. There are a lot of little striations here, if you can see, and that tells me it's like a tree. You know, we read a tree by the rings on it. So you either have a lot of wisdom, you could be of an older chronological age, or you've gone through a lot in your life or lifetimes. You have memories of other lifetimes. I also, when I turn this way, this reminds me of an owl. So I get a lot of wisdom with this soul group. A lot of wisdom that you have, or you're a wise soul. No matter what your age or stage, there's a sense of wisdom, or you need to connect in more with your wisdom or understand you have this wisdom. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the shift, how to change or shift your frequency. Align your frequency to prosperity and abundance. For you, it is to open, to give of yourself, but to also be open to or want or draw in exchange. So this has very much about giving and receiving and planting those seeds of opportunity, or following through, okay, is also going to help you. I heard get your hands dirty, get into it. So you're really about, a lot of you, what's going to connect you more to the frequency of abundance and prosperity is to the grounding, to be more on the earth plane. So it's about grounding. It's actually for you getting more earthed, which is also the message of Malachite. Okay, and look at, you've got this green here. So you need to ground more. You need to be more in the earth game, just even for the fun of it. You need to get in the, oh, look at this. Oh, you got 2 cards. I love and accept myself. There's no substitute for self-love and self-acceptance. The more you love yourself, the more riches you will accept into your life. Outer actions will be futile. Wow, outer actions will be futile until you love yourself enough to receive your blessings. See, that's it. The grounding, being okay on the earth plane and what's happened here, opens you up to that heart chakra energy, which Malachite has a lot to do with heart energy as well. Very powerful crystal. And you have a lot of abundance. Look, you got 2 cards. I allow others to be who they are. Don't judge others or criticize what they do with their money. Stop all gossip. Your job is to change yourself, not others. Accept other people and allow them to be who they are, and you will experience more freedom and self-acceptance in your own life. So you being more grounded, more into the earth game, this is how people are, this is how I am on a human level, not excusing things, still having accountability, but this love and acceptance of yourself and love and acceptance of others. this connects you into personal healing of the personal heart chakra, the fourth chakra, self-love and self-acceptance, but then you have the love and acceptance of others. That begins to connect you into the higher heart chakra. This connects you in through the 10th chakra, 10th dimension, and opens you up to attracting others also that are loving of themselves, loving of others, and forgiving. So there could be one of the things that was going to help your vibrational shifting here, so that you align more, attune more, and connect into the frequency of abundance and prosperity, is a forgiving, whether of yourself or other people. That doesn't mean you have to go hang out with them or have talks, but you just have to see how they are. And even if you perceive that they could have changed, or they could change, or they could be better or more healed, or they could be more loving or kind, they're not. If they're not, they're not. So you're going to be given a gift. It's definitely financial. It has financial rewards to it. Many of you are just, you're peaked, ready for this breakthrough. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Oh, I'm seeing this card. King of Cups. The healer. Masculine, feminine energy, or the feminine side to the masculine energy. There's a complete balance here. Care, concern, taking care of. It would be Pisces, Scorpio, right? Cancerian energy, but it has a lot to do with love and acceptance. And being out into the world, being in the world, being with the heart open. So your abundance is heart. You have the heart. It's the heart opening. The more you're connected to your heart, the more you, well, King of Pentacles. Look at that. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. These are two sides to you. Could be another person you're drawing in, or this could be a business relationship that you're calling in. But I also see it as two parts of you. Is the material, the earthly aspect of manifested form, that King of Pentacles, business, building, but also the nurturing, intuitive, healing part of you. Oh my God, I don't believe this. Then we got the King of Swords. Wow. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. No, sorry. We've got Taurus. Okay, King of Pentacles. So we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we've got King of Swords here, which is the communicator. So we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, teacher, communicator. This is working with the mind, working with ideas and groups. You've got the master builder here, but it's saying be connected to your intuition. This, what's going to help you is getting out there in the world, being more in the world. Love, accept yourself and others. Accept the world. Like, okay, this is how the earth is. This is how the world is. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So building something new, going, okay, I can't believe how many. And then the Knight of Wands. Okay. So I kind of just go by my intuition as to what to get. Because I definitely get with you what is going to put you in the frequency of prosperity and abundance. You either have a certain level of abundance and prosperity, and you're just wanting more, is for you to move into these leadership positions. You've got three kings here. King of Swords, King of Pentacles, and King of Swords. So these could be very influential people that are coming into your life. They may be men specifically, or they just may be very connected into their masculine side of in the world, but it's definitely showing be emotionally connected to your intuition, if you perceive yourself psychic, but definitely intuition, healing nature, emotional aspect, connect to the feelings of life, of yourself, of situations, then also into the earth or material plane. So you're having a shift now where I feel you want to get more in the earth game. You want to do more. And some of you, this is teaching, this is sharing, and it brings new insights, clarity with that Knight of Wands. This could be a new influence that comes in. Let's look here. And we've got the Chariot. And I'm hearing with this, be in the driver's seat. It's your life. So for you to access the higher dimensional frequency of abundance and prosperity, you need to get in the driver's seat. You need to enjoy. And I mean the higher self. You're connected to the higher self, because the Chariot is very much about connecting to the higher self. That you also have to make some decisions, or just the idea to travel, to move forward. Some of you, traveling does, make you feel better. Taking a drive, going somewhere with others. Now this could be other people, this could also be aspects of you. So you have this one main aspect of our inner psyche, right? As we connect into our higher self, our inner psyche, then we have these different parts of us. Some of you, there may be a move also with that Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. There could be a physical move, a house move, or move to another, maybe another city or state, but there could be a long distance move is what I'm hearing. Okay. Wow, we've got the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So you are going to have the money to move. Okay. So let's look at this. And you tell me in the comments, please, how you interpret the cards, how this is manifesting for you. I get you have to be a bit more process-oriented, build up, be willing to build from scratch. That's at Seven of Pentacles. Take time to assess where you are and then move forward. Two of Wands, handling the energy though. So forgiving self, forgiving others, coming from the heart, no matter what your job, no matter, and you could say, oh, Michele, but I'm in a toxic work environment. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to close off your heart, because for you, closing off your heart is lowering your vibrational frequency and is putting you in misalignment. It's getting you out of alignment to the frequency of prosperity and abundance. So you can be in a situation, even if it's toxic, go, okay, at least this is coming in, or this money, or I have this, or I have that, and and see how can you look through these people. If you feel that you're in a toxic situation or work environment or life situation, go, okay, this is how this person is showing up, how they're manifesting. This is this type of person. This is how they are. And then have boundaries accordingly until you can get in a different situation. But I feel like you're going to be able to get out of situations that you don't like, or that you perceive are limiting you or limiting your finances, by embracing more of yourself and others and the earth. You are my star seeds that have trouble or challenge here. It's difficult to be here. The light workers, it's difficult to see what people do on a human level to each other. I get it. And so you've got to become more earthed, more grounded, more centered in the earth plane and earth game. That's going to align you to abundance and prosperity. So get more comfortable here. I don't know if you did the meditation with me, but that meditation connecting into the soul star chakra and earth star chakra through the root and the heart and the crown helps ground you or center you on the earth, feel safer on the earth. So the more you can feel safe in your environment, safe on the earth plane, safe to express yourself, safe to make mistakes, or you've made mistakes in the past, the more you can feel better about that, hey, this is just how this game goes. Look at this, existence. This is existence. Look at that shooting star. What did I say? My star seeds, my beautiful. I get it as a fellow star seed. Oh, it's hard to be here sometimes. It's very challenging. And look out over at the stars. You are still connected to your star family, okay? Your star roots. But I want to say to you, be here now in this game, in this way. Don't try to change it. Yes, we're up-leveling our energy. We're making changes in how we experience and express Earth. That's what opening up to the new emerging consciousness is. That's what the awakening is, the spiritual awakening, the soul awakening. But not to change the ups and downs, the Earth game. And help people heal those parts of yourself. But just know that you're not escaping. You're coming more, you're embodying the new emerging consciousness. The Earth is filling with that. The Earth is opening up to the new emerging consciousness as you are. You're opening up to more life, to more existence. You're opening. That is the magician, the magic. But look at that shooting star. Some of you miss home, and I get it. I understand. But open up to that magic and mystery that you are. Oh, sorrow coming out of anxiety or pain. Now, what helps also is slowing down. 7 of Pentacles right here. So some of you have a bit of anxiety about going to this new level, and we're going to look at what can help that as well. Adventure. Look at life more as an adventure. That raises your frequency, your vibrational frequency. That puts you in the resonance of the soul. Inner child healing. Connect with the wonder child. Like all parts of you are okay. Look at that amazing rainbow. The aura. The spontaneity, the trying things, whether you made a mistake in the past, lots of mistakes, little mistakes, off course, or you feel like you're doing it now, or you're going to make another mistake. They don't have to be as big or severe, but you need to connect in. 3 of Pentacles. Connect, collaborate, self-expression, creativity. That's the King of Swords. Express, teach, talk, share. Say your opinion. But what's going to help shift you the most is being here on Earth and seeing the fun, the joy. The soul, I know it sounds weird, but the soul likes the ups and downs. This is the only dimension where we have this, all these constructs, you know, these ideas of not having enough, poverty, all these things that the universal I am, the God, the all that is playing out all these opportunities, possibilities, probabilities, experiences. So the more you can get into your Earth experience, the more you align to the vibration and frequency of prosperity and abundance. That's what you need to do. Slow down, smell the flowers. You don't have to, just as a side note, it brings in a complementary here with the Queen of Cups. You've got the King of Cups, Queen of Cups. So it is you, your feminine side, opening up to receive and share from the heart, but there could be a divine partnership for you now, or you're drawing in people that are both able to give, support you as you support them. There's a giving and receiving. You're definitely opening up to a higher vibrational frequency of love and experience and expression in life. Let's see what area is most affected. And if it's the 8th house, I will. 12th house, memories. The spiritual part of you, the ability to transcend, to transmute energy, to transcend the lower vibrational manifestations and outpicturings. This is the area of the subconscious, of meditation, the spirit realm, and again, the stars. So you will uncover truths and abilities that you're meant to connect into and share and operate from on this dimension, on this earth plane. You have a lot embedded within your subconscious. Some of it's to clear and move beyond, but there's a lot of gifts within you energetically. If you slow down, tune in, be here now, be here now. See the energy to connect with at this time that will be very helpful. Chiron, there we go, healing, you're the healer. And again, stars and orbs, you're connected to source energy. You have great healing power. Many of you are an empath, many of you are psychic, you're intuitive. You're teaching this, you're sharing this, you're helping others, you're including this or incorporating this in the work that you do. You are connecting in to a deeper level of your soul's purpose, your work purpose on this planet. Let me move this over. I just feel so much calm right now, peace. I feel a great peace within you. I hope you let me know how this reading resonates and also what you interpret by the cards. Take an adventure. Didn't you get the Chariot too? I think. Yeah, there it is. Take an adventure. Take off on an adventure. Someone's going to invite you on an adventure. Life is an adventure. So you're getting out of this kind of stuck energy. You're moving again. So if you felt things were stuck, things are about to move. There's a lot of movement around you. Let's look at the alchemy cards. Movement. Okay, your ooh, this card just wanted, look at that, pop up. I do believe it. Okay. Sometimes God and my guides are just so trickstery, prankstery. They're laughing now. They are laughing. Oh my God, I love them. I love them, but they are so funny sometimes, especially when I'm in my head. This card has come up for every single soul story. The magnum opus, the great work, body, mind, spirit, blossoming through the body, through the mind, the kundalini, the passion. For you, what connects you, and again, you've got this yellow here, yellow, kind of yellow gold. Okay, hold on, let me see. Oh, wow, all things come from source. You are source, you are consciousness made manifest. Everything has a spiritual component. So you have the flower of life here, but there's a pentagram. And I'm also getting things turn. There's something turning. The tide is turning. The wheel is turning. It's turning in your favor. You're in a turning point. You've been working on yourself. You're about to blossom or bust. Blossom. It's not a busting. It's not going to be harsh. There's this opening that's happening for you. This seeds, this growth. Look for major, major positive changes in a matter of days for some of you, and also into the fall months, whenever you're watching this video. I want to just connect in more deeply. The more you can connect into the natural elements of nature and life around you, as well as, most importantly, the natural element of you, your own nature, your own true likes, what brings you joy, upliftment, inspiration, what nurtures you, what stimulates you mentally, emotionally, supports you, fulfills you. You automatically align and lock into the frequency of prosperity and abundance. Ooh, consistently. You're about to lock into something. So if you feel like you've been kind of shifting frequencies, you're about to lock in. You're about to, it's like, and be in this consistent frequency of abundance and love and heart-centered energy and laughter and joy. And people seeing your gifts. This is important for you. People seeing your gifts. Let's put this here. I can't believe that came up. And you saw me, I think, off to the side of the camera, but I was going to shuffle one more time, and then that one just peeked up and said, okay, choose me. So I would say if you feel a resonance to watch all of the videos, all of the soul stories, all the readings, and see, because they seem to have a piece, a connection. I don't feel they're sequential, but I feel like they're like puzzle pieces. The different pieces fit for different people in different ways. Let's see the soul purpose card, and you've got 2. You are opening to abundance. You've got 2 affirmation cards, prosperity, abundance affirmation cards, and 2 soul purpose cards. You release, purify emotional debris. That is the 7 of Cups. So you're releasing, and the Queen of Cups. So you're releasing this emotional debris. You're purifying. I've drank a lot of water. Water is very purifying, but also water helps with conductivity to higher vibrational frequency energy coming in, especially if you're doing a lot of Reiki or energy work or healing work. Connect in. Somebody I see changing your soap or your cleansers. You need to have less of, there's some changes that you need to do. Some of you eating, but some of you it's cleansers or soaps that you're using, whether, I don't know if it's face soap, dish soap, laundry soap, but there could be a little bit of an irritation or what do you call it? Irritation or allergy or something. So you're gonna find out what's causing the allergy is what I'm hearing. Okay, and then this card is the seer, eyes that see beyond illusions. That's you. That's definitely, well, that's the thing. I think you see a lot of illusions in life. I think you see, in the earth plane, you see a lot, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to deal with this. I don't know if I want to go here. I don't know if I want to deal with this. It's, but you're meant to, because you're here. That's the game. The soul wanted to play this game. That's why you incarnated. Okay, here we go. You can see all that. Yes. I love it. I now have my own level of this wonderful little wheelie card with my cards. Got so many cards in Oracle. I love cards. Been collecting them for so many years. Shelves and shelves of them. But then I have a shelf by my table here. But then I got a cart that I wheel the ones that I want to use. All right, let's see the runes. Oh, let's see. I, for some reason, here with you to do the runes last. Okay, let's see these cards. You got more cards than anybody else. Okay, but that's okay. Soul story number 2 went really long. Whoa, look at that. Here we go. Woo! Breakthrough. Malachite brings quick. See that come out? The energy shifting. I was kind of daisy going, and now I'm like, whoa, let's go. So Chariot, things are about to move. Success, blossom. Oh, wow. Look at this. So perfect for you, soul story number 1. Okay, commitment, consistency in your life. This is consistent abundance coming in. Something that you're going to do. Body, mind, spirit. Something that you're going to do. Or body, mind, spirit, whatever. This could be commitment. This could be an engagement. This could be contracts. There's something that's coming in that brings more commitment to your life. You're getting more committed, but also I feel a job offer, contracts. But this is also telling me that you're moving into a phase of more and more consistent abundance and prosperity. And consistency will help you keep locked into abundance and prosperity. So if you want to stay locked into or connected into, right, locked in, like in a little groove to prosperity and abundance, play, journey, create, look at life more as an adventure. The earth is an adventure. Read up on the 3 of Wands, okay? That's key for you. Productivity, play, but also, so consistency, something coming in, and it brings new opportunities, new directions. You're blossoming in life. A lot of you are blossoming in your work, your career. publicly, could be social media, in your environment or work situation, people are starting to see you or noticing you, but you're blossoming in how you feel about yourself. So a lot of you, there could be changes also to how you look, how you feel in your body, but this is bringing new opportunities. So definitely you are moving into a phase of prosperity and abundance. And then the sunflowers, which is the sun. So this has a lot to do with you shining, with creativity, with projects that you either launch that put you in a certain direction or reinforce the direction so that you can build a new future, you know, a new phase, a new foundations, because you've got the Seven of Pentacles here and then that Ace of Pentacles. I feel with the sun here, this is also being on camera or being, you know, being in front of the camera or doing something creatively. It's positive turning points financially. I get with this ring as wealth, also has to do with wealth. So there is more wealth coming to you. There is, perhaps for some of you, it's a bonus, it's a raise, could be other sources of income. You could be, you know, earning income from other platforms, creating situations of more abundance. That's the Three of Wands. You're going to get very inspired, very focused, kind of like on how to have these different forms of creative expression. But you're not going to just do busy work. I feel you're going to hand stuff over to other people, or you're going to hire someone or trade or barter, or you're going to, somehow you're going to be focusing more on creativity, creative output, and your projects and your plans, and moving forward in that. And that, again, keys you in, because you're getting into your key codes is also what I'm hearing. So those key codes are getting very activated for you. Key codes of prosperity. All right, let's see. Where's the runes? Okay. All right. So Willow, which is the sun. New opportunity, health coming up, increase in what is positive, beneficial. You've got Tyr, Tiwaz, which is increase. It's the male energy, masculine. It's being very electrical. It's drawing in what you want. So you're going to have a lot more energy to focus on what it is that you want. And then we move into Lagos, which has to do with connecting to your feelings, trust your intuition. Remember, whatever you're doing, you need to focus on your feelings, the feeling nature of things, the emotions, the energy in motion. Moves us into Manas, humankind. You're going to do something for humanity. I'm going to take one more. Whatever you're working on, it's going to help humanity. You're working on something big, some kind of big project. And there it goes. It brings a lot of joy. Wunjo and Ken or Kano. It brings in joy, it brings in fulfillment, it brings in happiness, it brings in people, it brings in, for some of you, a soulmate. Even though this is about abundance, but abundance is enough of everything. So there's kindred spirits, soulmates that are create mates. It brings in kindred spirits, it brings in like-minded individuals, it brings in new opportunities, new directions. There's going to be a lot of forward movement with you. And it brings in happy relationships, and it brings in happiness with yourself. So you are definitely, some of you are very inspirational, inspiring others to go in the direction that's right for them, or the direction of their soul, or the direction of fulfillment. I'm getting a lot of motivation here, motivational people. But you're here to help humanity, to awaken, to live their potential. You're here to help a potential of a company, a group, of family members or children. You're here to make your mark in the way that suits your soul, your heart, in a way that is very fulfilling for you. Wow. All right, soul light. Let me connect in to your soul insights mantra. Oh, I am here to make my heart. No, I am here to make my mark, but I keep hearing heart. I am here to make my mark as I lead and live by my heart. Please let me know your interpretation of the cards, how they resonated for you, the channeled information, and how this unfolds for you. Lots of love and light.